Sam, and this is my first YouTube video and full reading in this format. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you stick around, you watch the whole thing, and that you can take something away from this message that I'm about to share. I have already pre-shuffled 2 decks, my Earth Woman Tarot deck and my Tazama deck. I may use both. We'll have to see what happens. I just want to say, in the pre-shuffle, I was seeing a lot of 9s and 8s, cards about balance, and 10 of Pentacles. Actually, quite a few Pentacle cards and cards about sort of like the 3D world and, life manifested. So we'll have to see what comes out in the actual reading. I actually recorded a whole reading and the video got messed up, so I couldn't post it. Like, I recorded it like two nights ago, and so I just think, I guess that's Spirit's way of saying, like, that was not the message that you were meant to launch with. And so we're doing it today. And it feels right because today is Tuesday, November 11th. It's the 11/11 portal. And so, like, I guess I'm stepping through a portal, doing a new thing today. So let's see how it goes. All right. Please join us, Spirit, and offer a message that I can help channel for this collective. This is the 11/11 portal today that I'm recording this, but the day that you watch this, whenever you are watching it, it resonates. It should resonate with you. It is the right day for you to receive this message, so it's timeless. All right, Spirit, Divine Wisdom, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, Angels, Archangels, what is the message that you have for this collective? Wow, immediately, yes, the Strength card. You may be a Leo. You may have a Leo in your energy. This also, really just any fire sign, but really Leo. Under the moon, tamed her lion, familiar. With this infinity symbol over her crown chakra. We love that. 3 of Swords. Strength, 3 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Wow, okay. Yeah, you have been through some things. Spirit wants to acknowledge that. You have truly been through some things. 7 of Wands. Okay, tell me more about this story. What we have been through. Page of Wands. Yeah. Wow. You've been through a lot as of late, but you have been able to push forward and still take action in your life. Crossing the cards so far, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Right, under this beautiful full moon in this valley between hills, mountainous region, with this wonderful body of water, this flowing river behind her. She's embracing her pentacle. She is accompanied by a rabbit, right? Abundance, bounty, and this beautiful field of flowers. Okay, so what came out on the table from Spirit? We have the Strength card, which I already showed you. We have the 3 of Swords, right? Which is this is heartbreak, this is despair, disappointment, sadness, grief, the loss of something that your heart was attached to. And then we have the Ace of Wands. We have Spirit granting us in the light of day. You see, so many of these cards are at night. In the light of day, Spirit has granted a wand. So what I'm getting from this story is that you have had to persevere through heartache and pain and being disappointed by other people, through connection. I don't get that this is about romantic love, which sometimes the Three of Swords is, about like swords through the heart, and people mostly resonate with messages about how that shows up in romantic love. I'm not getting that necessarily. It could be that, but I'm just getting that you have been very let down in life, especially as of late. It could be career, it could be family. I do actually think that in many ways this is like family, community, close loved ones, just being constantly let down. And you've really had to activate a level of strength in yourself to be able to push through that. And Spirit has granted you, especially in the most recent past, an Ace of Wands. And so then we had the Seven of Wands come out and the Page of Wands come out, which Seven of Wands is still under this night sky, but it's a very dynamic night sky, and it's a moonless sky. And so you have not, you've not necessarily had a well-lit path to defending yourself from attack, but you have still been able to do it. So you see that the person on the card is wielding a wand, and there are these other wands that are, we can interpret it as they're coming after her, or they're wands that are being wielded by other people that we cannot see in the image. But she is defending herself fiercely with that wand. I think that it is actually the wand, the divinely inspired action that was granted to you, gifted to you by Spirit. And you've taken that and you've plotted a path forward for yourself, and you've been able to do it, and do it in a defensive stance to really to take those actions, or take that divinely inspired action and still be able to defend yourself from this energy that you had been in. I think that you have awakened to the ways in which people can disappoint you most, and the ways in which you were stuck in a loop with those people, or people that tended to hurt you. And so you are also in this Page of Wands energy, where as Spirit grants you wands, or as you receive these divine downloads from Spirit on what actions to take, you are getting better. Like you're still a novice in this way, right? You are still learning to believe your own thoughts, your own thinking about what is right for you. I think that's actually how you have been hurt by so many in the past. You have been someone that's gone to loved ones, family, friends, a partner, colleagues, peers. You've gone to other people to seek their guidance and support, and they've always let you down. And so you are learning, you're in this Page of Wands learning stance. You are learning how to take the divine guidance from Spirit on what you know is the right thing to do for you, and put one foot in front of the other to take those actions that are coming directly from Spirit. So you're beginning to maintain more rigid boundaries around yourself when you have an idea, when you have the inspiration to do something, and you begin to do it. You're no longer seeking the approval of others. You're no longer seeking the guidance from others. You're no longer featuring other people's negativity, telling you like, that's a crazy idea, you shouldn't do that. How did you even come up with that? And that's been very hurtful to you. So you're you're starting to feature those people's voices, those external voices, less and less and less. And as you're being handed these aces of wands from spirit, you're getting better and better about like, okay, yes, that is coming from within me. That is coming, like, that is a divine inspiration for me to do that thing. So I should do it, and I can figure it out. I have the confidence in myself to figure it out, and I will not let naysayers deter me. And as I said, crossing that energy was this Queen of Pentacles. In doing that, you are going to be able to manifest in a whole different way. And the World card is behind that card. So yeah, I think, yeah. You figuring out how to take those downloads from spirit and turn them into action is going to activate Queen of Pentacles. And that's going to make you kind of magnetic, right? You're going to see abundance in a whole different way. Then we have the King of Swords popping out here. Tell me about this King of Swords. Two of Pentacles. King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. That was coming out a lot in the pre-shuffle. So this King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles energy. I think that this speaks to what you'll be able to usher in and manifest for yourself as you get better and better at trusting your own connection to source when you get ideas and when you are inspired to do something. So this King of Swords is I don't like to do love readings, but I think that this may be, well, it may not be another person's energy. It could be that you then are able to access King of Swords energy, or you may have to master your own mind. And this is the King of Swords. The Swords deck is about thoughts, mental models, your thought patterns. And the King of Swords, you see, he's so relaxed there, holding his sword upright, you know, under the full phase of all the phases of the moon, right? So there is this intuitive knowing that he has, so he knows his mind, and he doesn't second guess his own thinking, you know, we say kings and queens and, you know, knights and all of this stuff, but it's non-gender specific. So you may be then challenged as you really activate the Queen of Pentacles energy, and you really cultivate this ability to take wands from spirit, to take divine inspiration and turn it into action. And then become a master manifester. I think the next layer of learning for you is mastering your own mind, being confident in your own thinking around things. What also came out was the Two of Pentacles, which is this very physical, you see the person is sort of balancing two pentacles, and they're in this sort of never-ending infinite loop where you can infer from the card that this person is like juggling these two pentacles, and it's a very physical process. So it's tiring to be like in limbo about like this or that. And so I think that may be the next level of challenge for you, is mastering your own mind, and then also not perseverating about, well, do I go this way or that way, or do I manifest this pentacle or that pentacle? Maybe give yourself a little bit of grace and be willing to just make the choice. right? Know your mind, trust that you just have this intuitive knowing. And if you don't perseverate and you just do the thing and you choose the pentacle and you just nurture and grow that pentacle with pure intentions and just following your heart, your mind, just fully aligned. Mind, heart, solar plexus, all the way down to the root. If you just follow that, then you will be able to manifest this sort of generational wealth and abundance. You will be able to experience abundance in your lifetime. So I'm going to just clarify, because I want to make sure, like I said, at first I was maybe thinking that King of Swords might have been another energy. I don't think that that's the case, but let's just ask Spirit for more clarification here. We have the Chariot card on the bottom of the deck and the Emperor card. Woo, woo, woo. Things could happen quickly for you. My. Okay, so please, Spirit, clarify this Strength, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands message. Please clarify the Strength, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands message for this collective. The Moon. And so you see how here, full moon on that Strength card. Trusting the moon. This is another message about your intuition. So this card, the Moon card, represents Pisces. 18 breaks down to 9. We're in a 9-year transformation. Be the portal. It is the 11/11 portal today. Go internal. Pour into yourself, trust yourself, and become the portal. You don't even have to look for doors. You are the door, my dear. And so I think, yes, the Strength, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands story is about you have learned hard lessons about being disappointed by others. Guess what? You don't need other people. You have the intuition. You have the knowing. This part of the strength is she's under this moon, and she is very clear about her intuitive wisdom. So your intuition is what is, and believing in yourself and going within and seeing yourself as the portal is what is going to put a stop to this loop, this karmic loop around being hurt by other people. And you'll just get Aces of Wands over and over and over. Okay, tell me about the Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, two cards that flipped out, Ace of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles. So the Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, right? As you are taking these wands and you're moving forward and you're protecting yourself from other people because you are now like, okay, I don't need other people's voices to infiltrate my process for taking what I'm inspired to do and turning it into action. And you're learning how to do that. So you're giving yourself grace because it's all still new. But as you do that, loving, divinely loving offers will come your way. And then you will be in this flow state, this Eight of Pentacles. Remember, crossing this reading originally was Queen of Pentacles card when I just pulled out those first 5 cards. This energy of being a master manifester. Well, guess what? You'll get these sort of loving offers from Spirit, and it might be romantic love. I mean, I don't know, but it also could just be pure of heart, loving, divine gifts and offers that are infused with love. Love is the root energy, okay, for manifesting abundance. When you do things through a lens of loving kindness, when that is what is on your heart, when you do it, it is kind of, it's unstoppable, okay? And so when I see Ace of Cups, sometimes in a reading, it may be about love. It really is just about having a loving offer from Spirit, like the most pure, loving offer from Spirit, and it will just ignite your heart. It will fill your cup. You will feel like your cup runneth over. And so in this context, with this full spread here on the table, I am seeing this as, as you do this Seven of Wands, Page of Wands work, as you continue to learn what it means to be divinely inspired and to act on those inspirations, you will see these kinds of offers coming out. It'll seem like they're coming out of nowhere. And then you'll be able to just enter this flow state around whatever it is that you've been divinely inspired to do or to become or to manifest. So tell me about this King of Swords. This is really where I'm curious. This King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Is this King of Swords ooh, goodness. Three of Cups. That is so interesting. Okay, I think it is you and community. You are going to meet your tribe, right? That knows that they have intuitive divine wisdom and who know their minds. As you become more confident in your own thinking and your own access to wisdom, and as you begin to question yourself less and less and less, you will find your tribe of people who are the same, and you'll just be reflecting that back and forth to one another. Okay, so tell me, so it is both you and other people, this King of Swords. Tell me about this King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Clarify this message, Spirit. Please clarify this message for this collective. The Seven of Cups. Yeah. So remember this Two of Pentacles, it's like, oh, do I go this way or that way? Do I invest in this or invest in that? Do I focus on this or that? You will need to follow your intuition and just know that when the time comes, you will make the right choice, right? What came out was the Seven of Cups. This world is full of variety and choices. There's no shortage of choices of which ways to go. Infinite pathways. And so if you get stuck with every time you come up to two pentacles, let alone like seven choices, right, that all make you feel differently, if you perseverate and if you are constantly juggling and hopping from one foot to the other foot, that is exhausting. And also it begins to cloud your mind with mental noise, so you won't be in this King of Swords energy, and you'll start to lose your state of flow. So I think Spirit is saying, like, yes, there will be so many choices that are presented to you. You will need to tap into how they make you feel. That will give you data and clues on which way to go. But ultimately, it is this King of Swords energy. Like, I know that I have divine wisdom, and when the time comes for me to make a choice, I will make the choice, the right choice for that time. And even if it comes with pain, or even if it comes with challenges or new obstacles, new questions, new choices, that's okay. I will be able to make the right choice. Everything will be fine. So I think that's what Spirit's saying with this Seven of Cups. Can you just clarify one more time this path from King of Swords to Two of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles? One more clarifying card, Spirit, please, on this King of Swords to the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Balance and discernment. So it's less about like perseverating, like I can go this way or that way. I can go this way or that way. Maybe, I don't know if, Some of you are watching this and you're kind of overthinkers, very logical people. So you're like, well, if I can't think about it, then how am I knowing that I'm in my King of Swords energy? I'm not saying don't think. I'm not saying don't feel. I'm saying don't get stuck in an infinite loop of hopping back and forth and exhausting all of your energy. Not when I think your primary lesson potentially in this life is about getting inspiration and taking action. You have probably over-exercised your brain muscle and you think too much about choices. But the Six of Pentacles, I think, is Spirit saying, when you are balanced, then you can bring balanced, then you can bring balance and discernment to your decision making. It's not about perseverating. It's not about overthinking. It's not about going back and forth. It's not about, well, I can see going that way and I can see going that way and getting stuck and, analysis paralysis. It's about applying lessons that you've learned, using your best discernment and deciding, using your own measure of decision making. And it's different for different people. Like, it might be like based on how you feel. It might be based on how it makes other people feel. It might be about what feels the most fair and just. It might be about what brings me the most cash in the moment. But you will develop your own system and measure, and it's about using your discernment and make the choice and you'll be fine. All right, crossing all of this, Six of Cups. That's like nostalgia, pouring into old trauma wounds, using your cups to grow flowers, right? Keeping my emotional cups full so that I can use it in creative ways to be healing and nurturing to myself and others. Wow, I think that was quite a lovely reading. Hi, lovelies. So you may have realized that things have changed up a little bit and this feels like a new video. That's because it is. Wow, I really think that Spirit is trying to convey to me, or Spirit is trying to keep me from allowing my perfectionist to take over and deter me from posting my first video. So I've been putting this off for a very long time, and I think that that's why I'm having so many challenges. I mean, it is also that Mercury is retrograde, but I pulled an oracle card and the video recorded in such a weird way. So I am patching in from the future from when I recorded the original video, the past from when you're watching this. Just so that I could pull another oracle card. The card that I pulled initially was Ahimsa from the Pathwork Oracle deck, and I pulled this deck because of the 1111 portal, and this is an opportunity for people to step through a new door and possibly enter a new timeline and create a whole new reality for themselves. And so it felt appropriate to talk about path work, or pull an oracle card that's about pathways and path work. So I'm going to pull another card. Just listening to you, Spirit. You want me to do it again, so I'm doing it again. Spirit, what message do you have? What oracle message do you have for this collective on this day about path work? I'm sorry for the noise, like when my table shakes. I have kind of a setup here and there's like a chime. Equanimity for difficult people. May you see things as they are. Equanimity for difficult people. Oh, may you be balanced and settled in yourself and unflappable. That's what I think when I think equanimity. 24, even for the most difficult people. I am a difficult person whisperer, so this card really speaks to my heart. The traveler is now willing to journey on the difficult path of awakening, embracing the challenges of moving past self-limiting beliefs, obscurations in the mind, and distortions. Embracing the challenges of moving past self-limiting beliefs, obscurations in the mind, and distortions. In the near distance, we can see surrounding caves illuminated by the elemental lights of the chakras. It takes effort to cut through the stories that destroy our composure and our opportunity to remain awake. However, you will find the strength to push through. For the difficult people in our lives, we practice the phrase, "May you see things as they are." That feels appropriate for the reading that we had, and just how probably difficult people in your life have let you down. And that was a part of that Three of Swords energy. And how can you have equanimity for difficult people who maybe see you doing things that they never felt they could try? And that's really why that's why they're being difficult and they're blocking your path. Either they think that it's dangerous and they want to save you, or they feel envy or jealousy because they wish that they could do it, or maybe they just don't know how to do it, and so it feels like something that's impossible, even for someone outside of themselves to do. And I wonder if there's a way that you could take your learning around the heartache and pain and disappointment that you feel when that happens, and when that comes from people in your life, if you could take that and transmute it through a different way of seeing how they see the world, and they are seeing the world as it is not. They're seeing it through fear, rejection, disappointment, their own experiences of failure without resilience. And so maybe you can just look at them and in a compassionate way, just say to yourself, I wish for you that you may see things as they are. Because I see things as they are, and I can do hard things, and I can be resilient, and I can manifest my dreams. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so sorry that I had to patch in like this. This feels weird, but you know what? This is how my first video is going to go. What can I say? All right, Spirit. I'm not going to let the perfectionist take over. It's just going up there. All right. I love you so much. Bye. Mwah.